Xiao, and it'll be Kennen. Kennen, I think, is a great pick considering this draft. You have defensive options with the kick, of course, Azir's Emperor's Divide. You could survive through those mid-game fights pretty well with this Kennen ultimate too. Then later on, you're going to have pretty good scaling in the poke department with Varus, but also the Azir damage. He'll probably go Ludens this game around. Could go Crown as well, I think, with the amount of burst damage that's on this team.
Fred fans, it always impresses me with their passion for this team. Even though there's still no chance for them to make it to playoffs or anything like that, they're still here, they're still supporting, and it's absolutely fantastic to see. It's actually a very interesting choice as well. It's lethal tempo picked up here by Henna, so it might be more of the attack speed variant. I was largely expecting, just based on the player alone, that we were going to see a more lethality-based version. Doesn't seem to be the case. Lahen's going to get a ward down. And Umpty is just spotted. Lahens is just going to do some jungler shenanigans here. Isn't going to be able to steal away the Grump, and now Umpty is chasing after him. Red buff in hand, so this is going to be a real tough one. But Umpty had the Sonic Wave landed already. Chovy's going to rotate over, looking for Lava here. As Lahens does get a bandage toss. Lava might pay for it, but no, not going to come through. Peanut over the wall, though, and he will get the kill onto Lava. Still, Chovy trying to work out some funny business here as Delight and Umpty fighting it out here with the Vi, and it's already shenanigans. Okay, Chovy gonna flash on forward, finds himself a chain onto Delight. Denting blows stacking up here as Chovy gets on over, and Ruler's in here as well. Umpty not going to get rendered, as I don't believe the reset came through there for Ruler. But yeah, break it down for me, Wolf.
Most creative way to get the Callista ahead I've ever seen.
Unfortunately, Fred just a little bit outplayed, but Umpty's going to look to do the same thing. Jumps on top of Chovy here. Q will connect as he gets underneath the turret, and there is the kill. Umpty's going to go down, though, so the trade back is definitely not ideal, but giving Lava more opportunities here in this early game, definitely good.
And Fred their comp would love to group up first and actually fight for this. Umpty is going to go ahead and start, but the map control here, not a thing for Fred right now. Umpty is just going to hope to get away with this. As we see, he is spotted on this ward.
Oh, the control ward doesn't actually spot it out as well. So Peanut actually thinking about going for a bit of a trade. Okay, well, Lahen's not going to find the bandage toss as Chovy's fighting with Lava here towards the top side. Chain doesn't land though, and Chovy's going to have that passive procced. Lava still taking a little bit here, but definitely a very happy Azir at this point in the game, as Morgan dashing forward, looking to get a bit of extra pressure down towards Doran. It is relatively a lot stronger as far as that is concerned. Bit of a fight here towards the top side as Chovy. He's rotating up. They're looking to try and take down Morgan. Doran's in a bit of trouble, though, as Chovy will take the cannon for a walk, and he does end up falling down. Great ult there from Lahen's defensively, as we've got the Vault Breaker to allow Peanut to make it out of this little kerfuffle on the bottom side. And Genji will survive. Ruler gets tagged there by the Q. Nice aim there from Umpty, and Lava with some spare time in the mid lane going to get some work done.
Yeah, Lava's going to try to grab some plates here mid, but is, of course, traded bottom side here.
Exactly. Lahen's very, very low. Ruler does have Fate's Call to try and keep him alive, but the bandage toss is going to get him in there first. There's the Fate's Call now as Delight taking a lot of damage. 3-man knock-up, and Lahen's just breaks his stopwatch, flashes away, and he's going to be fine. Delight trying to be the noble sacrifice, and he will, but I don't think it's going to save them as the chains connect. Chovy missed by the Emperor's Divide, and Umpty does survive.
Can get a lot of value. Unfortunately, not in position to do so right now, and on a ward.
Yeah, well, there's an ulti to come through. Fate's Call not going to be used, is in fact not off cooldown just yet. Emperor's Divide is going to find a lot of damage onto Peanut as they've just singled him out. It's a double kill for Henna's Varus. And Ruler just unable to get anything back that's meaningful. Yeah, did a fair bit of damage in the fight, as biting off a bit more than they can chew. This, however, is not that case, as Morgan is in a whole host of trouble. Slicing Maelstrom does come down. Let's see whether he can take one with him, as Peanut takes an extra turret shot, and he will make it out. Fred now going to be counter-pushing in this mid lane, and you mentioned cross-map plays.
Merc Tread's coming through, and you know, plays like this are great when you can get kills, but when the enemy team is buying time, getting side laning done, and also getting cross-map objectives, doesn't matter as much. Still great mechanical play from Chovy here, using the Everfrost, grabs the chain, and there's enough follow-up here. Diving under turret with a cannon, always difficult to pull off, but when you have this much dive in a comp like this with a Vi, you can do it.
As Delight very, very low does mean that the ability to engage is going to be lowered just a little bit.
Morgan doesn't have a good teleport ward here. There's one right in the middle of things here, and they are going to use it to control some vision here, but doesn't have a flank angle unless he goes bottom.
Well, Chovy over the wall. Delight's just going to explode, but does have the stopwatch available. Oh, attempted kickback is just denied by the Assault and Battery, and now Doran is going 1v3. Delight is very dead as the Flash Vault Breaker comes through, or Vault Breaker Flash if you want to nitpick.
But he needs to be with this team if they're going to function, especially in this critical mid-game where Fred and Brion are going to start to scale up.
Well, Chains of Corruption coming down here as Lava misses the Emperor's Divide. Oh, it's a disaster, and now Chovy's back over the wall. Not really worried about it. Mimics his distortion, gets himself back again as well, and oh, that could have been such a huge pick if Fred and Brion had been able to get that Azir just a little closer.
Yeah, it was crazy how close that was. It looked like it hit, but it definitely did not. Chovy is going to be able to escape here. No flash expended or anything like that, and this might be one of those cases. Don't want to spoil it early. Doran?
You're going to connect here as immediately Doran's going to get the dash away. Umpty taking so much damage here as the needlework flies through. And Lehens is absolutely going to be okay. Chovy tidies up this wave. Lava as well, just going to trade that one back. Oh, okay, bit of a fight as Chovy's just going to walk this one out or dash this one out. As the real Chovy does have to escape. Doesn't use his flash or anything like that. But good aggression there from Lava.
Second one in a row, though, that narrowly takes Chovy.
Oh, there's the flash kick. Does finally come out as Ruler's looking to try and trade. Oh, the fail flash is not what you want. And Ruler, pretty uncharacteristic mistake here.
Yeah, puts his head back in his chair as well. He knows he goofed. Unfortunately, is picked off here. Now is an opportunity for Fred and Brion to actually get control of this side lane here and do Baron. They have a lot of Baron damage now, more than they did last time we were having this discussion.
Yeah, that was the Ruler position as well, making a bit of a comeback as teleport to come forward. Doran looking to get himself in here as now Morgan takes advantage of the fact that there's no Fate's Call. The ulti does come through here from the Amumu, but not going to do anything because there's just not enough members of Gen G in the area. Now, 12 seconds on Ruler, and Fred and Brion, they just want to get a pick, and Peanut would be absolutely the perfect one. Vault Breaker does bring him out, as now Henna has to be very, very careful. Vault Breaker's really good at trying to interrupt Umpty here, but another teleport will come through. The Gwen's going to come on over, and here's the Assault and Battery. Gen G looking to try and turn it around as Umpty is the one that's going to be taken down. Morgan trying to get himself towards his backline. He has the flash, but he just can't find his way in. And now Chovy is corralling them. He flashes forward, trying to pick up any sort of opportunity for aggression on this LeBlanc. But Fred and Brion, they went from doing the Baron after a pick to walking out.
As the observers are scaring me here.
Yeah, Jonas Strong is, like, he can see Peanut has flash up. And he's like, well, he's going to go for this play, isn't he? He may still go for this play, isn't he? Yeah, there he is. There's the flash in. Emperor's Divide once again going to miss. Not exactly Lava's best day here, but it's not over yet. Chovy over to the side. Does have the chain connecting as the Amumu is going to be brought out to relative safety. Lehens looking for the re-engage, actually, as Morgan down to about 500. Yeah, it's 3v5. As now Fred and Brion, they're on the Baron yet again. Peanut in the area. It is going to be a 50-50 as, okay, Lehens just going to throw his life away. No Fate's Call available or anything like that. The Baron secured here by Fred and Brion. The Vi also taken down. Bit of a fiesta here as we come out of our replay.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how Fred and Brion got that much control on Baron because we were watching Ruler fail flash again. But either way, the setup for this, they do have good damage for Baron at this stage in time.
We'll just be able to run headlong at Gen G and probably do more.
Like, we're starting to get to the point where I'm like, how do Fred and Brion lose this game? I just don't think it's possible.
Peanut. There's 4 people here. Lava is going to head forward. Doesn't throw out the ultimate this time around, which is probably good. Now Lehens might be in trouble. Ruler's going to rotate over. The ult does come through. He's kicked out of the way of the Fate's Call opportunity, but it's support for support. And Gen G now have them exactly where they want them. Emperor's Divide and the Chains of Corruption still up, though, as well as the Slicing Maelstrom. So Fred and Brion still with a bunch of tools, even if they don't have their Leona.
Yeah, and Morgan here does have his Banshee's Veil up too. Like, he should be able to force a slicing in whichever way he wants it. No flash though, no dash cannon.
Yep, this Drake is going to be spawning. Is now Morgan looks for the solo onto Chovy. The Q comes forward. Chovy trying to get himself out of here as Doran. He'll go golden as well. The AoE damage is massive. Emperor's Divide comes through, but He's still going to fall down. Peanut hits the R button, and now Umpty's running for the hills. Sometimes Gen G just find the fight they're looking for as Lahens. He's denied the assist, but he gets the kill here on Umpty on his way out.
And Morgan on this cannon, you know, he's 0-3-3. I think this pick was so critical for the composition of Frederick Brion, and his dying moment is trying to slicing Maelstrom a LeBlanc solo 1v1. The rest of his team needed that peel so badly as Gen G just take a more decisive fight. The Gwyn untouched, Doran 0 deaths this game, and he wins the final fight.
Yeah, Peanut was mid-vault breaker when he was hit by the ult out of Delight here, and I don't think Delight's going to stop these Nexus turrets from falling down. It was definitely closer than expected, but Gen G will take game number 1 against Frederick Brion here. I think the Gwen was very important in a lot of those team fights in the later stages of the game. No surprises here that Chovy is the leader as far as damage is concerned. He got a lot of poke done in this game, but Umpty doing a lot of work for his team. Bit of it, but Karma has been pretty lackluster here in the LCK. Often picked just to try and get some lane shove back, and Zeri Karma, I mean, Karma does have On the Hunt theoretically with Mantra Inspire, right? It's like a poor man's version of it.
Yeah.
Frederick Brion fans, you can tell that there aren't quite as many, but each individual Frederick Brion fan is so loud that I think it's actually relatively even here. Also, watching him taking a bit of abuse underneath this turret, Peanut is going to wrap around after clearing his top side, and Lava may have to flash here. Chovy taking a lot of damage, however, Peanut's going to turn up. That's a beautiful charm. Orbit Deception's going to get the flash. And Peanut, didn't want to risk heading into a brush that could have had a Poppy lying in wait. Not going to get punished, however, Lava will stay alive even though he doesn't have his flash.
Okay, this is not a fight you want to be taking.
Yeah, does manage to claim the Crystal Spire.
That's massive, because with that, it is winnable.
Yeah. Lahens coming on over. 2v2 is going to come on through here as the chain will connect, and Delight is going to put on even more damage here. Gets a Mantra Q over, and Henna finds an Extendo Beam. Big win here as Umpty manages to come through and steal away the jungle from the Skarner.
Yeah, this is a pretty big swing here, bottom side of the map-wise, as Karma and the Zeri going to get a little bit more lane control, turn that into an advantage here. Peanut losing some of his farm, and this is really unfortunate for a Skarner who really just wants to race to level 6. We've seen otherwise he's just going to walk it out here, and now Delight is unfortunately caught under this turret here, and it's going to be Umpty trying to start up Drake, it looked like there on the minimap. I think he made the right choice to not do so, considering how little control they have of this part of the map right now.
He's actually going to come through and have a look for Chovy here. Spirit Rush is available. He is going to try and use it, but the Steadfast Presence is too good. And Lava will pick up first blood against Chovy Zari.
Yeah, really nicely played here from Umpty with a Steadfast Presence. Will Lava get out?
Oh dear, well, Peanut doesn't have his ult. However, he does get a stun. Great little sidestep from Peanut, but still they need to do some more damage. Ruler flashes and will be able to pick up the kill. The Ornhorn comes down though, and Ruler is punished for the over-aggression. Gen G find themselves still in a kill deficit. Yeah, haven't seen Peanut go for any of these flash plays either. Hex Flash is still disabled, by the way, guys, just to let you know, as Chovy's going to get Chaos Stormed. He doesn't want to ult, isn't going to need to, as Chaos Storm doesn't go too fast at this point in the game. Umpty is going to be taking the Drake, while Peanut takes himself the Rift Herald. See whether Doran does rotate down there to grab himself some extra money. He's lit on fire for a moment, as Henna's skating on in, as Ruler has his Spell Shield. Delight ignites him, but Ruler is just able to run around in circles a little bit, and that is going to completely dissipate any aggression. Umpty on this Drake, unable to help out for now. But both of these teams able to pick up a neutral objective each. Peanut actually getting the local gold bite.
Yeah. You have the Victor damage, etc. You obviously have the ability to... Okay, hold on, Lava.
Yep, Lava is just going to get impaled. He is really dead, guys. Does have Flash just coming off cooldown, but it's off cooldown as he enters the Death Chamber. That's a great heroic charge, though. Ulti comes through, and Doran is traded. Just out of position there. Really nice punishment. And Frederick Brion, they've been able to take something back every time Gen G's gone for a play.
Exactly. See if Henna can get out of this one, though.
Yeah, does ult, as Lahens not wanting to tank this turret for too long, but he will actually do so. Wild Growth comes through as Ruler's trying to trade this one back. Peanut coming down, but Lahen's going to get the bad news. He's going to have to flash here to get himself out of the way. Extendo beam, and is not going to be enough, but Delight with a Flash Mantra Q will pick it up. Well, this time Lava has his flash. Charm is going to connect there as well. Orbit Deception, just the tip, and that is a dead Victor. Ornhorn coming down as Doran flashes to get himself out of the way of it. Peanut now in amongst a couple of members of Fredabreon, and he puts down Shelly to look to really put Gen G in the lead. They will be able to do so. Chovy collects a bunch more money as well. And in that instant,
again, Gen G cannot get in here until they get that mid-prior from Chovy. Now the fight is on.
Well, Peanut is looking for his way in. He does have Predator and Flash, but Umpty flashes first. Chovy is going to have to try and get out of here. Steadfast Presence is going to allow that kill to come through, and both of them are mopped up. No solo lanes for you, Gen G, and Fredabreon can now take whatever they want.
Yeah. And it's all just off the back of this aggressive play here. Gen G think, okay, we can rotate over, and it's just instantly the call to go onto Ari from Umpty. They slow him, knock him up, ult comes through, and that's a double kill. And they're calling to hold bottom.
But the General definitely able to get all of the information out. As Lava is being picked on, this is bullying and it's not very fair. However, he's got friends, and he's going to be shielded up by Delight. He'll be absolutely fine as Gen G are going to back away. Henna is still just trying to fight this one out.
Lava just has so much power, so much backup here on the top side.
Yeah.
And Victor versus an Ahri, it's hard for the Ahri to all in.
Well, now Henna and Delight are taking so much damage from Ruler. He does get snared. Henna hops over the wall, but Ruler gets the wild growth. He takes a turret shot, though, takes two of them, and it's Henna that locks down the kill. Now Doran is going to punish him, but another Inspire Shield comes out from Delight. I take back everything I said about Karma. She's the best champion in the game. And Chovy's up here clearing up mini waves once again. But that's one more time Fredabreon winning a fight.
Yeah, one more time the Fredabreon trade up and
trying to kill Delight that doesn't even go down.
Not to mention that, I agree with you 100%. Ruler is definitely spiking harder right now, but you still have two Drakes of buffer to get into before you can threaten fights.
Well, Ruler is in Ruler position and he's dead. This is some very interesting play to come through from Gen G. We haven't seen this out of Ruler. Certainly making some mistakes at this stage. Gen G trying to hold on to this minion wave. This inner turret is in trouble as Chovy gonna hop on over Gravity Field just to try and deny the entry. And that is a dead turret. Now, Fredabreon, they can just walk it out and they're just staying grouped up as 5. And they can do this so confidently. As Doran off to the side, just trying to stop them from killing his Skarner. Death Ray is going to do a lot of work, and now Chovy and Ruler find themselves together. All right, Gen G grouped back up as 5. Their health bars have been in better order in the past. And now Extendo Beam is going to land onto Chovy. Good Charm connects onto Morgan. And they can't take all of this free damage. They're going to have to back away. And Gen G are going to pick up the aggro on this Drake. Fredabreon.
They dropped the ball. They dropped
did.
the ball. And they are able to kill Ruler. Last Whisper is all he's got here for this Drake fight. Fredabreon would be getting the sole point if they win this.
Yeah, Morgan going to get charmed though. There's the Everfrost. Can they get enough chain CC as Umpty doesn't quite have an angle. The Impale going to be used onto the Ornn, and he will be taken down eventually. Umpty now trying to run his way out as Doran was tanking for a very long time. Henna looking for that Zeri angle as Lahen's getting out of the way of the Extendo Beam nicely. But it's just the Ornn that goes down. He's got teleport, but Chovy fishes for a charm, and he will find it onto Lava. Not lethal damage.
Do not have any control over this Drake. Doran does have teleport. They have a control ward in here. It's time to turn.
Yeah, Doran actually going to go back first. As Baron's doing a fair bit of work, but Chovy diving on forward finds another charm onto the Ornn. Boomerang doing a fair bit of work as well as Chovy is tagged by that Extendo Beam. There's the flash onto the Zeri though as Doran's looking to lock her down, and they will be able to take out the Hyper Carry. It's Chovy that's awarded the kill. Morgan's going to go down as well as Ruler picks that one up. And Gen G, there was so many things that went wrong, but this fight absolutely not. And now Fredabreon are completely routed. It will be a Baron over to Gen G if they want it. And they're not going to lose anyone for the favor.
And that is basically a game-winning fight here for Gen G. Now you have so much control over the map, you're always going to have Barons. You put yourself at risk against this extremely tanky Skarner. As watch Peanut.
Yeah, let's hear from him. I think he sees his angle.
Don't think I need to translate that one. Meanwhile, he's doing it again.
Yep, he is not going to find the Zeri, but he finds the Poppy. He's going to get his Sivir killed, unfortunately. Not sure quite what the... Okay, strange situation there. Okay. Sometimes you get the right Impale, sometimes you get the wrong Impale, Wolf. Yeah, look at how fast Peanut is with all the help from his friends, most notably Lehens. But On the Hunt is going to be available here as well.
Lava has red buff, and he's very far back. This time, Peanut's not going to be able to look for a flash play. Doesn't even have flash.
Look at Chovy.
Moment.
Yeah, Chovy in the back of the pit, looking for his flank angle, looking for his opportunity. They do get all the vision that they want as the Impale does come through, but Umpty is dragged back with him. And now Chovy finds the angle. They're looking to lock down the jungler, and they should be able to do so. Wallop connects onto Henna, who then immediately has to flash to get himself out of the way. But it's Morgan that's going to be going down first. Chovy's dancing in and out of this battle, but Henna is still alive. The rest of his team, however, are just evaporating. Sometimes you go for the Zeri first, and I guess sometimes you wipe out the front line as Lava is going to flash nicely out of the way of that charm, but every other button's going to connect, and it's a quadra kill for Chovy in the end.
Chovy played that so perfectly from the flank angle threat to the charm targets. There's so much CC towards Henna, and even though they don't blow him up instantly, they put enough threat on him and lock him down long enough, push him back far enough. He's just not able to do a lot of damage in that fight. Ruler gets set up by Chovy, and he spikes the damage in. What a beautiful team fight from Gen G. There were certainly some hiccups in this series. There were certainly some poor trades and some aggressive moments. Ruler gets caught in the Ruler spot few too many times, but they win it in the end.
Yeah, and it's all off the back of this mid laner. Chovy having an absolutely awesome performance. Ruler now flashing to pad that KDA just a little bit. And they will be able to lock down a triple kill for the Sivir. But there is the 2-0 for Gen G. But my goodness.
I'm not going to be the one who's stopping this guy. Morgan's already in the front. Umpty is pulled away by a Skarner. Chovy has free reign. He takes it. Ruler does the damage.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. This is season 40 POG interview joined by Genji's solo laners, Doran Chovy picking up POG after getting a 2-0 victory over Fredit Brion. You guys are confirmed to close out the regular split on the first place. How do you feel, Chovy? With this 2-0 win, we are confirmed that we're gonna be the first place team of the split, so it feels great. And Doran, I heard game number 1 was your 300th game of the LCK. I feel like I just played in Griffin yesterday, you know, but time flies and I got so much older. I hope I can keep the ball rolling, you know. And Chovy, well, even though it was a 2-0 win, it was actually not a one-sided game. Freddy Brion was able to show a great potential this series. So how was this match in general? Yeah, it was definitely not one-sided in favor of us. And Freddy Brion did some great early game plays, and today we were not playing well early, so I think it was a combination of both of that factors. I think we have to keep working harder. And you guys were able to kind of pick up a huge win around the soul fight, which allowed you guys to get the win as well. So let's take a look at this replay. Well, Kenneth started off this fight by trying to get a kill onto the LeBlanc, but Doran, you were able to turn the fight around. I was not quick enough to acknowledge that there was a fight happening behind the Drake, but Gwen does a great job in that kind of a narrow angle, so I was able to pull off a great fight. And Doran, you were like blocking the Lee's Q and stuff like that. You were a bodyguard for Chovy. I was gonna flash away from it, but he then stepped in to take the Q for me. So I want to say good job, Doran. And after making that play, were you confident that you're gonna win the POG? No, I did not, because I thought LeBlanc was gonna get the POG. So I was so happy to find out that I'm the POG for game 1. And that LeBlanc player got the POG in game number 2. And today, we had the first match on the 12.14 patch, and we had a lot of nerf around the potions. Did the lane change much? As someone who goes for exchange, you know, it doesn't really matter, but if you are taking that traits, you know, like Cannon or Gwen, you know, with that nerf of the sustainability, it's pretty much harder, to be honest. What about you, Chovy, on the mid lane? I'm definitely unhappy about the nerf, but it doesn't really matter, you know, because other runes also changed much. So it's become way much harder to get through lanes, you know, if you're just holding on. In addition to that, we had a lot of changes around the Drakes as well. It's now a lot more tankier, but at the same time, it gives a lot more buff. Well, speaking of Drake, you know, Genji, we have Peanut, who's really interested in Drakes. After the buff, right? Yes. What about you, Doran? It's giving way better buff, but also it's become a lot more harder to take the Drake. So I think you actually might be able to see a lot more unusual plays and kind of play style around the Dragon fights. And to be, you won another POG on that Ahri, and your Ahri is still undefeated, 14-0 so far. Well, today, Freddy Brian was bullying that Ahri on the mid lane early on, but still you were able to set up for plays in the later phase. Were you still confident because you are so good at Ahri after dying multiple times? I mean, I knew that it's gonna be a rough early game for Ahri looking at the comp. So I was like, if I do better, we'll win. If I play bad, we're gonna lose, and that was it. I mean, Ahri is not a best pick to play into Victor. Any tips on playing the lane? I mean, it is hard. It was hard, but after this 12.14 patch, it's become way harder, you know? She can't really hold on to the lane, you know, with potions, but it depends on how you play it. Is there any power spike where Ahri becomes stronger than Victor? Well, usually, I was expecting to get kills with the level 3 ganks, you know, but we were not able to get the kill this time around. But usually you play around, you play together with your jungler for the early ganks, and then you start roaming around the map. Well, in that game number 2, Umti was all over the map, you know, adding pressure to all 3 lanes. So, as a Nar, Doran, what did you focus on? Is that why you rotate towards mid a lot? Because Ornn is also just trying to hold on to the top lane, you know, he was just trying to survive. So I kind of figured that there's no way I'm gonna make plays on the top lane, so I decided to roam towards the other side of the map. Genji is our first place team of the summer regular split, and your next opponent is KT Roaster. If you get a 2-0 win, you'll be able to break the LCK's highest game score record. I mean, setting new records is also always great, but that's gonna be our last match before the playoffs, so I'm looking forward to having the cleanest performance possible. So I just want to focus on our form and performance. What about you, Chovy? Well, I mean, last match does matter, but still, playoff is just around the corner, so I just hope we can continue to improve our performance and participate in the playoffs with the best form possible. And this will be the end of the interview from Chovy. Dora, back to the casters. Thank you.